Top of the world, y'all. This video right here is concerning TD Jakes saying that women are raising girls to be men. I don't know where he got that from, but however, I've been hearing a lot of commentary on the subject, and now I got to get my commentary. Well, first and foremost, you cannot raise a girl to be a man. Or for those who are gender questioning, we cannot raise a adolescent or infant female to become an adult male. And so the reason why I had to break it down like that, or you can't raise a woman to be a man, because because boys want to be like the men that they see. Now, if your complaint is because he's mainly talking about black women, he's not talking about white women, he's not talking about Asian women. He's talking about black women. Now, he comes from a traditional mindset. But people don't take into account evolution. Everything evolves. A lot of things that were okay to do 30 years ago are not okay now. The way you used to do things years ago is not how you do things now. Case in point. Back in the day at parties, like if you wanted to dance with a girl or something like that, you didn't say, "Hey, do you want to dance?" or nothing like that. you kind of, especially at a party, if she dances, you just kind of walk up and slide, get behind her, and you dance. When the first time I saw it, it was the weirdest thing to me. But it is what it is. Now, I don't think that's how it goes. I haven't been to a party in a many moons, so I don't even know how that goes. So, some of the same. So, just because 30 years ago, women saw the value in marriage opposed to the value in career, that doesn't mean that women are raising girls to be men. Okay? Because there are some dues you have to pay in order to be a man. And so a female cannot pay those dues that the man has to go through. So with that now, women now more than ever again are seeing the value in having a career. A friend of mine asked me, he got talking about Kevin Samuels, and he want this, and he tried to, use trade off, and I had to interrupt him and say, "Hey man, you know what I mean? That's really cost benefit analysis." The first thing out of his mouth was, what are the costs of being a housewife? I said, well, you're giving up the freedom to do what you want to do. See? Because it all boils down to money. Economy dictates relationships. Relationships don't dictate economy. Nobody move, you know what I mean? So, this is a sidebar. I want to go off on a tangent, but for those individuals who think they can build a community through marriage opposed to economy, nobody moves from Pittsburgh, Kansas to Memphis, Tennessee for a safe place to live or a better place to live. No, you're moving to where the jobs are. So this idea that you're building communities based off just love and stuff like that, no, you're building communities off economies. We have a floor plan going up in Mason, Tennessee. You'll have a lot of individuals migrating from Memphis and maybe Nashville to Mason, Tennessee for jobs. And so, as this relates to dating and mating, now since the establishment, it's established that economy dictates relationships, and now the very thing that has went on for 5,000 years, evolution has caught up to the process. The advent of money and currency, now women have gotten to the workplace, in which they should be. Women are fighting for well, I'm gonna say equality. They are fighting for occupational acceptance. That's not even the correct word either. They want to be, I guess, free to pursue the American dream. I'm gonna say that. I mean, because right now I don't know what the fight is for and about women. They want to be equal to a man until, the shit hits the fan, or you gotta dig a ditch, or you in court for domestic violence, or you done killed somebody, you done committed a crime, or you are in a where privilege is not a thing in certain instances. So now the fight is, now it's more acceptable it's more acceptable to earn just as much as men. And what women are really, I guess that's what they're fighting for, to be viewed upon in the workplace, in the marketplace, with the same respect as men. I guess that's what the fight is for. Is for respect. It's for respect. And so, in the workplace now, athletics, Title IX, and things of that nature, WNBA. The fact of the matter is, I ain't finna go off on that, but let's proceed with the proceedings. Let me see, APBXNY. One of my subscribers, she's always in my comment section, and she said this. And this pretty much is the nuts and bolts of the TDJ's comment. She said, well, if 50% of cars are going to be in a wreck when you get insurance, when you get car insurance, the answer is yes. Rich guys know that, hey, 50% of marriages end in divorce. So they get insurance against that. So now women in this new age of readily accessible information, women now are taking their and say, hey, if half of the marriages end in divorce, why not get a career? I don't want to be struggling like my mother or struggling like my grandmother. I don't want to have to take this man's bullshit because I don't have a place to go. Because they probably witness women treat. If you have no place to go, people treat you real bad. They can do what they want to do with you with impunity. Cause you ain't gonna go nowhere. Where you gonna go? Aside being home, but that's aside from being homeless and stuff like that. So again, I ain't gonna belay the point too long. But TD Jakes, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I saw something like, did he check black women? No, he can't check black women for raising their daughters how they see fit. Or their daughters really seeing their mothers, they can go one or two ways. Because fathers impact this a lot also. I don't know what it is about this manosphere where they absolve men of any responsibility for the black community. And also, as a sidebar, everybody talking about challenges and the bells and everybody's scared to step up, but ain't nobody challenged me yet. I want to smoke. I want to pull up to you. I want to pull up to your panel And I be wanting that smoke, but nobody want with Brother Ray. So I wonder why. I wonder why they don't want with Brother Ray. Because Brother Ray pretty much shut the channel down. But let's proceed with the proceedings. Until now, women getting money, and people saying, well, modern women are not marriage material. Well, that's a lie too. They're not marriage material for you. Oh, they're marriage material. They want to be married, but they're just not marriage material for you. They're just like, if you don't want that type of woman, hey, if you don't like overweight women, if you don't like tall, overweight women, then you can't say women aren't marriage material. That tall, overweight, you can't say, well, that tall, overweight woman is not marriage material. No, she's just not marriage material for you. You wouldn't marry her. Now, the woman of today, the cosmopolitan woman, who has a lot of sophistication now, those old archaic ways of approaching lines and stuff like that, all that's done with, because now you have the internet and the access of information, and you have individuals giving the game. So they know what to look for, they know what to watch out for, and they know your intentions. When I say know your intentions, if you're going to use money to get them or get their attention, the problem ain't getting their attention, damn fool. The problem is keeping their attention. So if you can only get a woman's attention with money, after you done everything, then she done heard all your stale ass jokes. She done heard all the punchlines. She done heard everything about you. Now, when a woman knows everything about you, there's nothing else to learn, she gone. You're no longer a challenge. So that's why it's not that women are raising women to be men. Is that the men lack the sophistication to really evolve their way of thinking as it relates to dating and mating. That means that you should be keeping it. Now it's more work. Now it's more work to maintain a relationship than it has been previously. And that's what got a lot of guys frustrated. It's more work now. You just can't say, hey, you know what I mean, I got a good job, and you know what I mean, you should give me because I got a good job. She has a good job also. I've always told you guys, if she don't buy you money, and most women don't, then your money's no good. Women value above anything else not being bored. Period. So if you can make all the money in the world. You can be Bill Gates. You can be Warren Buffett. You can be Mark Cuban. You can be Dr. Myron Rowe. You can be Dr. Ken Brown. You can be Michael Jordan. You can be LeBron James. But if you are bored, then women are interested. And so the problem is, guys haven't evolved their minds to where a woman would not be bored with them. So, with that being said, I rambled on long enough. You know what I mean? So I may go live on this again later on tonight. I might. So, with that being said, hey, I'm going to say it one more time for the marginals. TD Jakes, you're wrong. Women cannot raise a female or a girl to be a man. Men have to evolve their game, their mindsets, and their mentalities as it relates to dating and mating and maintaining relationships with romantic relationships with women. All right, guys. Thanks for y'all time. Talk to y'all later.